Hey, what's up, guys? Real quick, look, part 2 of the smart cities video, okay? It's a couple very key things that I left out that's very important to tie in. Okay, one reason that people do call them smart cities too, well, 15-minute cities, is because it's very important. Everything would be in like a 15-mile radius, I believe, okay? Or around about. Now, that's very important because, like I was saying in the first video, I like the convenience of it. You know what I mean? I'm used to living in areas where, you know, if I can get out and walk wherever I need to go. You know what I mean? Everything is close enough to where I can get out and walk. And I've lived in those type of areas and I loved it, where, you know, the Kroger or whatever grocery store was 5 minutes down the road. Office Max was 5 minutes down the road, or whatever. You know what I mean? A Kmart, a Walmart. All these things were within like a 15 minute, maybe 5 to 10 mile radius. You know what I mean? And it just made things convenient where you didn't have to go too far or rely on transportation, you know what I mean, other than your legs. You see what I'm saying? To be able to get somewhere if you had to. You know what I mean? I always, as many times as I could, when having jobs, I was able to find convenient jobs that were right around where I live, where I could walk to work if I had to. And it just minimizes so much stress of having to have a car, you know what I mean, and things like that. So that's one very important point that I forgot about. Everything within a 15-minute radius, you know what I mean, everything you need right there in that one area. How could you not love that? And also, they were talking about, or I seen something about, it's about data too, where they accumulate a lot of data. Excuse me. So, you know, some people, like I said, depending on how you want to look at it and what you want to focus on and hone in on, people will think that that's invading your privacy and that, you know, that they might do something bad with all your data. But I would say to that, guys, is already most of us have smartphones, and all your data and information has been already accessible anyway. You know what I mean? And is it really so bad? You know what I mean? So every time you hop on your smartphone and you Google something, you know what I mean, that's all data. When you go buy something off the internet, that's all data. And we all have done it at this point. When you go to a store and you use your credit card, these different apps and barcodes and all these different things, guys, that we have, you know what I mean, it accumulates data. You know what I mean? Now, you can hone in on whether you think they're doing something nefarious with the data. You know, I guess I can't prove that in some cases that might not be the case. I don't know. But for the most part, I don't really see any of that going on. And it seems like they use the data in order to make things more efficient, make things better. You know what I mean? And so I'm all for that. You know, because we got cameras. Like I said, with a lot of this stuff, we already are there. You know what I mean? So it's only just a waste of time and energy, in my opinion, to act like you're so against it, you know, or to try to, you know, I don't even want to say, I guess fight against it for those who want to fight against it or whatever, or oppose it. You know, we already there. You know, there's already cameras everywhere. You know what I mean? I think for me, it helps build, that type of stuff helps build, you know what I mean, character and things like that. And it helps you police yourself more when you know that there are cameras everywhere and that everything that you do and say can be referred to. You know what I mean? I understand it may be a little uncomfortable sometimes, you know what I mean, that's the case, but it is what it is. And it does help you become a better person. You know what I mean? And it checks it keeps you honest. You know, I don't think that's such a bad thing. And then, like I said, when it comes to the data, that's just to make things more efficient, make things better. We do that anyway. Like what I think we're already there. Like when I Google stuff, half the time I don't even have to put in what I'm looking for. It seems like my phone reads my mind half the time. And it's like what I'm about to type in, it just pops up. And that all these types of things are based off of data, and where, you know, the system is so efficient, the systems are so efficient to where whatever information that you give over a certain amount of time, it just builds up these algorithms, you know what I mean, where they can kind of predict certain things and make things more easier and more efficient. Like I said, I guess everything has its pros and its cons, you know what I mean, but you know, I choose to look at the glass half full, you know what I mean. So anyway, guys, that's just a piggyback off of the first video I did, because those are two very key things that I didn't mention in the first video when it comes to 15-minute or smart cities. All right, guys, peace.